Hi, welcome to the DesignCave channel. If you've ever seen that soft, smoky blur effect on an image and wonder how it is there, in this video, we'll show you exactly how to create it step by step. And don't be surprised, it might not even look like those steps you've seen because we have to find a way to make it very simple and very easy to do. You should know that sometimes this blur can completely change the mood of the design. As you can see, these are the designs we'll be using. Today, I will show you how to create that smooth smoke style blur effect, and it just gives the design this vibe. So first off, let's recreate this first frame. Yeah. So let's pick a frame. Let's pick this. Anyway, let's name it just one. Easy identification. Yeah, so this is it. We want to do something like that. So next, we're going to be inserting an image to get this feel first. Let's do it on the page using Pexels. Okay, let's pick it. Pick a new frame and yeah. Looking at this already, we already have something to do. Now let's go to the details of the game, which is adding the blur effect. I'll be doing the blur effect in two different methods. So this is the first method, check it. So for this, you can always pick another frame or a shape that matches this same length. Yeah, I'm going to be adjusting it over just to be sure that it's correct. So now let's go to our fill, then switch to linear to set our color. For the sake of teaching purpose, I'm going to be using one of the primary colors, which is red, so it's something you can see. And I'm going to set this. The stops is 0, 100%, but then I want to set the appearance percentage of this to 0 because I want my smoke effect under. You understand? I want it below, and as well, you can always change it like that depending on how you want the effect. But for the sake of teaching, I'm using this so you can see. Then we're going to place this over there. So let's come to our positioning and adjust it properly. So here it is. In simple 1, 2, 3 steps, you have this very smoky blur effect. And it's looking all over like, oh, maybe this particular person has been placed in that red smoke vibe, like you will see in the video. Now I'm going to preview this for you to see properly. Now, you don't need to mask, you don't need to group, you don't need all of that. With this, it's very easy to have this blur effect without stress. In 3 steps, you can have this done, which is select a frame, insert your image, create a duplicate frame or shape rectangle, then click on fill, pick your preferred color after you switch to linear, and move that particular frame or rectangle back into your main frame that is housing your image, and it's going to give you this. And if you have to change, because for me, I feel like, oh, this is doing too much, I want to like reduce it. I can always come here, reduce the red. I can just move this so that it reduces the blur effect of the red color. Do you understand? Can you see this? You can see a bigger difference between the first one and this. So I'm going to be duplicating this so you get to see that. Yes. So this is this already, and let me duplicate this. I'm going to be returning this back to the color and the vibe that I really want. You understand? So it looks like, oh, I want it to be as much of this. Depending on where I want my stuff to be, this is it. As much as you know it's expected. I'm going to return this, my answer, to give it a smoky. So yes, this is how you make it. Feel free to play around it and get what you want. Now let's go to the second method. Like I said. For the second method, it's going to be the same thing. I'm going to be working with one, and this is this. Yeah, this is a shape. Let me call this copy 1A, and B, and I'm going to select. Then you come here and click on speed, which is the go to linear, and you make the right correction or adjustment. Then come here, very important, to set your appearance to 100 first. For me, like I said, I've been sticking to the primary color. So for this, it's set to 0. Don't forget your appearance. Depending on where you actually want the smoke effect to be. You get it? If you want the smoke effect at the bottom, then you know you have to set the appearance or the opacity of this particular color to 0. If you want the smoke effect at the top, then you know the bottom has to go to 0 or to a particular percentage that you really want to work with. I'm going to be switching this to a primary color like a third. And like you see, this is what you get. For some people, this is actually what they want for their design, for their look. But then, I really don't want that, so I decide to move this down. Then I just stick with this, something like that, and I stick with something like that. And voila, you have the smoke effect in 2 different methods. You can try to use the fill to just fill over the image and achieve the purpose you want, or you can create another rectangle or another frame and place it over it. So you really don't need to mask it. Do you understand? But if you think you want to, yes, you can do that with the first method I showed earlier. But then, like I said, I did not mask it, and it was perfect. And it gave me the vibe I really wanted. And yes, this is the second method that just requires you using an extra color, place an extra color over that same container or that same thing, and you set your linear. You get set it to linear and you get colors over. Yes, in less than 10 minutes, we are done with 2 methods. If you're enjoying this, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. And you know what? Liking this video, sharing it is going to make more designers discover practical tutorials like this. The project you're working on or the essence of your design determines your color or your blur intensity. Make sure you are doing that correctly, you're having the right blur intensity, and don't just use blur effect because it is blur effect. Use it when it's necessary in that design and control your intensity. It is very, very important. So that's two simple blur tricks that can make your design look 10% more dramatic. Just that, look at how dramatic it all looks now. So if you enjoyed this video like that, once again, like it and share it with other people. And that's how you create a smooth smoke blur effect in your design. Whichever of the method works for you, stick to it. If you're in a hurry, I'm going to stick to two and work on your intensity properly. Small effects like this can elevate your visuals instantly. Like design is often yes. If this has helped you, subscribe to the DesignCave channel for more practical design tutorials. See you in the next DesignCave now.